Okay, everybody. We are going to get started today. Today is going to be a kind of quick session just because I have had meetings and everything this morning, and now we're going to talk about some easy order stuff, but just FYI, it's going to be a quick one today. We have gotten a request to do a webinar on selling anything with easy order, custom products. What happens if you want to sell something that's not necessarily cartridge with easy order? How do you do that? How do you set up custom products? What if you can't find a printer in easy order that you're looking for? Maybe it's an off brand, or maybe it's just something brand new that we haven't done before. So that's what we're going to do today. Is we're going to talk about custom products. One of our subscribers was, looking at, I'm just letting people in here, so sorry for the distracted talking. But basically just wants to go over custom products. So we're going to talk about that. Also, if you ever do a lot of our cartridge worlds that work with us do the no-cost printer program. Is that what it's called? Yeah, no buy printer program. That's what it's called. And you can add printers to your offerings with easy order as well. And so today's gonna be a quick one. We're just gonna kind of go over that stuff today. So let me make sure everybody's good to go. Can everybody see my screen? Let's see here. Put the chat up. Somebody just give me a chat if everything looks good. Everybody see my screen here? Hello. Okay, so I'm gonna assume everybody can see my screen since I haven't gotten any from the chat. So we're gonna talk about, okay, cool, thanks, Jim. So we're gonna talk about custom products. So a couple of things you wanna look at when you're dealing with easy order is you might run into a product or a printer or a cartridge that your customer has, or your customer's given to us or to you to set up your order forms, and then that may not be in easy order, or you may just have something that's off brand that is not in our database, but you want to add it even though it's not really in our system. So you want to start by going down here to manage your product data. This is where you're going to deal with pricing. This is where you're going to deal with custom products. This is where you're going to deal with anything relating to your product database. You have a special product database that is unlike anybody else running easy order. You have your own kind of private custom database. And so with that, you can add your own products to it. So if you have products in that you sell to your customers, maybe it's office supplies, pens, paper, reams of paper, whatever it is, you can add them in here as custom products, to your system. You can also manage your product pricing. We're not going to talk about that today, but we'll go over a whole new webinar on just pricing. But today we're going to talk about how to add products to your system. So you can tell here there's a bunch of different stuff we already have. Now anything that shows up here is stuff you already would have added. So these are all custom products I've already added to this particular account. Yours will probably be blank if you've never added a custom product before. But you can see the kind of stuff we're putting in here, like Pinaflex office supplies. Some people do contests, and with contests here, you can add a contest to your easy order account and then have people register to win that contest as they order stuff from easy order. So I can kind of talk about that in a minute. Paper, pens, wide ruled, office supplies, all that stuff you can add to your customer's order form. So it doesn't have to be just cartridges. You can add printers. You can say, this is the Why Buy a Printer program. I have this printer available to you, and here you go. You can add that. They can order that, and then you can add the popular items to the order form. But basically, just like anything else with Easy Order, if you want to add anything, you go up to the Actions button here at the top of the screen, click on New, and then from here, you have everything you're going to need to fill out for a product. Now, let me go over each field, because some of these fields you may not know exactly what to do in the fields, but I'm going to show you here. So let's say I'm adding another product that's an office supply. So I'm going to go to staples.com, and this is the easiest way to copy a product, is just find a real product that you'd offer to your customers. So paper. And so let's say that I'm going to add this Staples multi-use 8.5 by 11 ream of or carton of paper, 8 reams to the system. So what I would usually do with this is, I have multiple monitors here. If you don't have multiple monitors, you can always shrink what you're working with to kind of work with EasyOrder. So I'm going to go here. And will it let me scroll over? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say, okay, this is my manufacturer. So it's Staples who manufacture this. So I'm going to copy that from Staples website and I'm going to put it in here. So Staples, and then I need a description. So I'm going to copy this entire description. I'm doing like Control C when you highlight something. Control C on your keyboard will copy it, and Control V, like in Victor, will paste it. So I'm going to Control V in here. That's going to put in the description right there. And so you may be wondering, like what is the printer group? What do I use for here? And what's the model number? Because this is not necessarily a printer. This is a ream of paper, a carton of paper. So you just want to keep grabbing all the stuff you can from the site. The retail price is this. Your price, you put in whatever you're going to charge for it. If there's a cost associated with it, you can say I'm buying it for $24.99. There's no yield, there's no color, but we do have things under here for like office supplies, I think, or just supplies. Yeah. So you can look for, supplies, and it gives you kind of an office supply looking icon. If you have a SKU that you use for that paper, you can fill it out. Yield's not necessary for that. Printer or group. Now, this is how you group stuff together. So if you notice before, I had an office supplies category, which was grouped together in there. And so I'm going to put this under office supplies. So when I pick office supplies as a printer in EasyOrder, it's going to list all my office supplies that I offer to the customer, and then I'll be able to pick what I want to add to their order form. Model number, this is really just up to you on what you want to use. EasyOrder has to have a model number for each of its things. So if this is what Staples model number is here, you can add that. So if you wanted to look it up at Staples, you could do that really easily. And then the box name is really, anytime you see box name in EasyOrder, for example, like a Q2612A is the cartridge number for the cartridge. Well, a 12A is what's on the box. So it's really just kind of like a secondary description for whatever you're selling. So, this could be like Staples multi-use 8 by 11. So really quickly, the customer can see without looking at the description later on what it is, and then you can look it up at Staples with this model number. So when you have all this, you're good to go. This is a complete product, and so I'm just going to click on Save, and that's going to save the paper. Here's a Staples multi-use paper, and see, I have all these different products that have the printer as office supplies. So when I pull up the printer or the category of office supplies, it's not just going to show me this one Staples paper I put in. It's going to show me all 5 of these things, 6 of these things, 7 of these things that have office supplies as a custom product. So I can add any of these to an order form. So I'm going to go to a customer real quick and show you how to add that to a customer's order form. I'm just going to go to the first one I see here. They have 8 order forms. I'm going to go to one that just has simple 1 order form. And then I'll go to edit order form, where you can add items to the order form. If you ever see this pink stuff, I want to show this just because we're looking at an order form. We always tell you what it is when you hover over something. The retail price for this item has changed. So that just means that this price has changed since we've added it to the system, because we have a scraper that goes out to Staples' website, scrapes the newest retail prices down, and gives you that information, quickly. So if you wanted to take these and say, okay, well, I want the newest up-to-date retail price to be on these, because we will never change the retail price or your price on any customer's order form. We don't change the prices for you at all, because if you put that on the customer's order form, we want to keep it there. So if you see these pink things that says the retail price has changed, you can check on anything you want to update. Click on retail, and what that's going to do is that's going to update these items. It's going to go look up each item and update it to the latest version. You have to say, are you sure you want it? So here you'll see that the retail prices have been updated, and everything's good to go here. So the pink is gone, everything's been updated. So if you ever see that and you want to do it, it may go up, it may go down, depending on what the items are. These went up. And so, you can definitely take a look at these and make sure that they are all up to date. So if you see that on customers' order forms, you can update that. So there you go for that. So now we're going to talk about how to add that custom product to an order form, going back to what we were first talking about. So again, it's just like adding a normal product. So you're going to click on new, but instead of adding a reman or an OEM or an other, notice we have the custom product category down here. So all you have to do to add a custom product, and remember we had different manufacturers, and one of our manufacturers was Staples, and then the printer or group name we had was Office Supplies. So I'm going to click on Office Supplies here. It's going to show me my Staples multi-use paper that we have right here, and I'm going to click Save, and then I'm able to add this item to the order form. You can call it, paper case, and then you can put it in an Office Supplies section of the order form. So when I click Save on that, and now if you look, it's saved down here. One thing that we did change this week, and this is for Bill's suggestion, was that when you click in one of these items, that you can just change the number, and it will change for you. And you just click Update on the order form, and it'll change the order. So before, it was kind of hard to click into this. Sometimes we click in before or after, but now we have it to where you click in and there's nothing you can do. It will just replace the number. Also, you can drag and drop items. So if you wanted to drag items from the middle and drop them around, you can also do that to make it easy. But anyway, let's go check out this office supplies thing we just put on there. So I'm going to click View. That's going to go view the order form. So here's the office supplies we just put on here. Notice it's up at the top where we left it. Also, just notice you can also change the department. There's an office supplies department now. So if they wanted to just look at what office supplies are available to them, they can do that. And then again, all they need to do is put quantity, review their order, and then they can send their order through the system. So really easy to add products to our system. You can do lots of different things. Let me see if I can pull up this email real quick. QPC. Let's see if I can pull up their newsletter real quick. I wanted to show you using the contest system. Okay, so this is an email newsletter from one of our most successful subscribers. They're actually in Australia. They're an independent dealer called Quality Printers and Cartridges. And let's see here. They're always winning awards. This is Lisa and Jason. They're awesome people. They pretty much make everybody go through EasyOrder, which is one of the reasons for their success with EasyOrder. They just say, hey, this is how we order. We're going to make everybody go through it. And they push people to order through EasyOrder. So if you're getting people where, hey, they still want to call me, you're not giving enough reason to make a change and use the system. And so let's see if I can find their contest here. Okay, so this is their contest. So see where it says double passes to Charlie's Angels. So this is a new movie that's in the theaters, and basically it says all automated orders automatically go into the draw. So if you to be in the draw, simply place an order using your online order form during the month of October. So what they're doing is they're pushing people to use EasyOrder by putting something that they can win in a newsletter. So if let's say you service something local that's kind of cool, whether it be a restaurant or a movie theater or anything else, and they can give out passes or donate passes. Maybe you can trade cartridges for passes, whatever. Even if you have to buy them, and you put something like this in your newsletter, people really don't have a reason to open up a cartridge company's newsletter unless they want to see more about printer cartridges, which is not the most interesting thing in the world. So if you can add something like this, like a contest to your newsletter, one, it pushes people to order through the online system. So you could be talking to people as they call up, hey, did you enter to win the movie tickets, or did you enter to win the 2 free passes to Chick-fil-A, or whatever it is, what the local restaurant. Whatever you decide to put in here, you could run a contest through the system, and anybody who orders through EasyOrder, you can register to win. So you just look at your list of anybody who ordered, print that list out, randomly pick somebody, or have one of your employees just randomly pick somebody, These guys actually, will film it and do a draw out of the hat for with their employees. It makes something really fun for the employees to do every month, and then they pass that on and post it. So the next month, these guys will post in their newsletter about who won the contest. And then so that gives a reason for everybody to keep opening their newsletters, because they're not opening it really because of all this cool information, even though it's good information. A lot of times the people ordering are looking to see who won the contest. So you can either do it just if they order through the system. I also showed you that there is an entry you can create, and I can help you do this under product data and then custom products. We've even created a entry for it. So if you wanted to, let's see where they go, enter to win contest. So you can add this to anybody's order form, and they can enter to win every time they order, and you can even do every time they order, they're getting an entry to win. But it's really up to you on how you want to do it. I think it's easier to just do the, if you order through EasyOrder this month, you'll be entered to win the contest. This is all really up to you. You don't have to do this, but this is just kind of guerrilla techniques on how to, capture your customers' attention, how to let them, give them a reason to open up your newsletter, do something fun in your company, by, drawing a winner, and then again, pushing people to use EasyOrder. The more people you just let, keep ordering through email or phone or however they order, they're just wasting your time, because you have a system where they can order without talking to you. They'll only talk to you if there's a problem or an issue. And so you want to push people towards EasyOrder, because that's getting them away from making busy work for you and your employees. Because if they have to answer that call and write down a model number, there's human error that could be involved and all kinds of stuff. So the more you push people to use EasyOrder, again, EasyOrder, they can order 24 hours a day. EasyOrder's never sick. It never has girlfriend, boyfriend problems, relationship. It's kind of like your best employee. So the more people you push to order through EasyOrder, the less you'll have to rely on, human interaction, and it'll just be better for you, kind of putting business in the pipeline. So the more ways you can entice people to use EasyOrder, some people do, if you sign up to use EasyOrder and you start using it, your first order will give you 10% off your first order just for, using the system and trying it out. There are all kinds of different ways you can do to increase engagement. So for the people who say, my customers just keep wanting to order through phone and email, they don't really want to order that way, but they just don't realize they have a much easier way to do it. So the more you can, make the customer, order through the system, give them reasons to order, the better it's going to be. And you can do that either with custom products, or you can do it just by sending them a newsletter. So that's custom products. Also, here's the other deal. We don't love for you to use custom products unless it's a must. So for stuff like this, where it's a normal product, we don't necessarily want you to add that as a custom product if you don't find it in our system. We'd rather you come up to help, and help is where you go when you can't find something that's going on in the system. We even have it as you are adding a new product to the system. I don't think, yeah. So it's even here. So as you're creating a product, if something doesn't jive with you, and you can't figure out how to add it, or you need help adding it, maybe it's a brand new product and we don't have it in our system, you can always click help, and what it'll do is open up the support ticket request. I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but you can do a general support ticket. There's also a thing, request to add product. And so I'd personally, if it's a cartridge that everybody else could use, I'd much rather you guys put it into a request product ad for a support ticket than trying to add it as a custom product. Sure, if you need to get a quote off right away and you can't wait for us to add it, create it as a custom product, add it to the quote, fire it off. That's fine. But if you have time, let us research it, let us add it, because sometimes there's 4 or 5 cartridges. There's 4 drums that are added to it. There's a fuser unit, waste collection unit, all that stuff that you're going to want in there. So if you add it to here and you just kind of tell us as much as possible, if you have a web address of something, so let's say it's like this, and you want to copy and paste that web address in here, give us a direct link to where the product is. Makes it a lot easier for us to find exactly what you're needing. And then just let us know, like, add copy paper. Copy paper is not something we normally add to our database, so it's a bad example, but that's what I had up on Staples. And if we can't add it to the main system, like if it's something we can't add, sometimes people request ribbons and old stuff that we just are not going to add. And maybe it's an off brand that we just don't want to add a whole nother manufacturer to our system for one product to make it more complicated. Then we'll tell you, hey, this is probably better as a custom product. But most of the time, we'll add it to the system if it's something that's like, a cartridge or a new printer. We get our notifications a lot from Google when new printers come out. Also, you guys are really quick to let us know when new printers come out, so that as well. So that's really custom products in a nutshell. That's how you can add custom products to the system. That's how you can add contests to the system, kind of spice up your newsletters. It's really kind of up to you on how you do that. They do that almost every month with the newsletter, and it really gives the people who are ordering, they get the newsletter, they open it up because they want to see who won. In your next newsletter, when you send it out, I think they do it every other month. So they do a contest. Next one, they tell who won it. The next month, they do another contest, and then they tell who won it. Just a great little thing to promote interaction. It gives you a fun thing to do with your customers. They'll probably open your newsletter a lot more if you do something like that in it. If you want more information on how to run a contest or anything like that, please contact me and I can show you specifically on how to do that. I can even work with you in your newsletter template to get something for that. So just let me know. I got a private note. Let me just make sure this is something that, okay, so Jim, I'll talk to you about that privately. That's a good question and I will call you on that, but that's not something we'll discuss with everybody else. Anybody have anything else right now today that they want me to go over? I told you guys this is going to be a short one. If you have any questions on what I just kind of went over with custom products, or if you'd like to know, something else about EasyOrder, just type it in the chat and we'll kind of go over it. Also, this newsletter was sent to me by, or this subject was sent to me by one of you guys that wanted to know about custom products, and so I did this whole thing on custom products as a request. So if you have a request on something you'd like me to go over, you can shoot it to me at support@RemanResource.com. Let's see, how do I get to that? By the way, we have a special offer for you guys. Liberty Laser Solutions is a new partner for RemanResource. They're kind of spreading the love of EasyOrder to their dealers, and we're have a special offer for you guys from Liberty Laser Solutions. I'll include this in the news. I'm going to send it for everybody here. I'm going to send you guys a synopsis, a link to the video for this webinar, and I'll send you a link to this special offer. But you can get 10% off a cartridge or an order, actually, your entire order, if you fill out this and you've never ordered from Liberty Laser Solutions. This is a USA-based company. They're based out of Chicago. All their cartridges are made in the USA. They're a great company. Great people work there. They're really stressed quality. So if you're looking for a vendor that really has good quality, they have a barcode system in place to where it shows you what tech worked on that particular cartridge. They can trace it back to the particular cell that the cartridge was in, and so they really have great product. And so if you're looking for another vendor or just want to get a special 10% off for an order, come here and fill this out. I'll include this link in my email to you guys that attended this webinar. Just fill this out. One of the reps will contact you. You can get an order together and save 10% off that entire order through Liberty Laser Solutions. So as kind of the universe shrinks in our industry, we need all the help we can get to have new subscribers, and Liberty's helping us with that. Also, they're just a great company. So if you haven't ever used them and you want to take advantage of this EasyOrder special offer of 10%, just go here and fill this out. One of the reps will contact you and you'll get a special 10% off your one whole order. So get a big old order together and send it to them and get some great quality US made cartridges. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. But anyway, so that's how you sell anything with EasyOrder. You can literally put anything from a printer to an office supply to a banana in there. So don't be afraid to put stuff on order forms. Always be pushing people towards EasyOrder, because that's where you're really going to get the most value out of the system. The more people ordering through there, the less you have to deal with them, and the more you kind of lock them into the ordering process. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Other than that, thank you for your time. We'll see you next week.